Hello, hello, hello. What's up? Hey, I was going to say party people. Hi, everyone. Here, we made it till the end of the week. It's a short week for us. Memorial Day. I say 7, say 6, because for whatever reason, we're not counting the Women's Day panel as a real number, but no. We can't hear Domo. I can hear Domo. Got all the things to say.
Does that happen often?
You know,
Okay, we're back, and I think my mic is working. I see movement on my bars.
can everyone hear Domo?
Yay! Okay, I'm taking it that that yay from Lady May is a confirmation that my mic is indeed working.
Love the feedback, Lady May. Thank you. But yeah, here we are. We made it till the end of the week. Nothing like a Friday night stream to get us into the weekend. Um. Oh, but AF is quiet. Okay.
I have a slider
I'm
for that. Hold on, I'll just bring up the
gonna
slider.
turn my. I'm gonna put the microphone closer. And while we're testing audio, our guest Fix It in Post. Do you want to say hello to the people so we can hear if we can hear you?
Hey, everybody, hopefully my microphone sounds good, right?
Lady May, what do you say?
I'm gonna bump Post up just a smidge here in Discord so we can
Okay.
hear him a little better.
Quiet.
Yeah, he's a little quiet.
Well, Tragic is here, just so you know, but Domo is in control.
So I've actually got everybody bumped up a smidge, but hold on, I can turn Discord up a little. There we go. Alrighty.
Hopefully
So
better now.
sounds pretty good to
Hello,
me.
hello, hello. Okay, so welcome, Talkin Tanks, this show where we interview cool people from around the community doing really cool things. Today, our guest is going to be Fix It in Post. Certainly, you'll see him in the community, but he also works for War Gaming, my partner in crime on What's Next. Before we get to interviewing Fix It, I did want to do a little bit of housekeeping, get some news out of the way, and just give you an idea of what the run of show will be like. Since the stream isn't really like the other gameplay streams that you usually tune into. So first of all, today is, well, actually almost 1 year to the date is the What's Next 1 year anniversary. Last year, this time, June 5th, we premiered our new series. Oops, so popular. I'm getting FaceTime. Our What's Next first premiere June 5th. So here we are again 1 year later, celebrating our anniversary. We're really excited about it. If you haven't checked out this week's episode, you should get to it right after this stream. We've kind of done something a little bit different with this week's episode. We took a peek back at the journey that we've had to get to this day, and then we have a ton of really cool giveaways. There are countless hidden eggs sprinkled throughout the episode like Easter eggs. You can thank Fix It here for how well hidden some of those codes are. Some of the codes are only available to a limited few. So, by the time you redeem some of them, they may be all gone. But you do have the chance of getting a 2D style, 3D rental, or a yummy care package of consumables. So definitely check out the episode. We'll also have over, I've got my work cut out for me next week. I'm gonna be awarding over 100 players with some in-game goodies. You'll have to check out the episode to know how to enter. hint, hint, just answer this week's question, but you'll have to certainly watch the episode to find out. So yeah, go check it out. We've got some special cameo guest appearances that we think you're really gonna like, and yeah, we hope that you like it. And we're just so excited to have another year with all of you. So lots of things to look forward to as Fix It and Post and I continue with what's next, and then the other videos that we produce. Aside from our What's Next anniversary, we did also announce the winner of the What's Next t-shirt design contest. For those of you that want to, you can see it maybe. This is the winning design. You'll see it on the thumbnail. It's up in the Amazon store. So if you want to get your hands on this t-shirt, you certainly can. You can get it in a tank. You can get it in a V-neck. You can get it however you want. Go check that out. This is our winning design by player Warhorse. And then, of course, we have the Dadjoe Contest, which just launched yesterday in the forums. We've got some links, so I'll post that for you just a moment. Hi, Cranky Monkey. The Dad Jokes Contest is, of course, in honor of Father's Day. I think Jamba John is calling it Daddy's Day. So if you've got some funny dad jokes that you think can win a prize, submit them either via the forums post or via social media. And yeah, the winners will be announced the Friday or Father's Day. So keep an eye out for that. So that's some messaging right there. And now for the run of show. What are we going to do today? We're going to hang out with Fix It and Post, the World of Tanks video editor, and of course, What's Next video editor. So you're not going to see a whole lot of gameplay. However, we will have a bit of a gameplay challenge towards the end of the episode, and it will be tied to a giveaway. Now, what is the giveaway prize? Well, it's a mystery because it's a tragic loss mystery prize package. It could be this very World of Tanks Amazon store t-shirt. It could be a War Gaming store shopping spree. It could be Fix It and Post favorite premium tank. I just don't know. But you'll have to stick around until the end to enter the giveaway, and then of course you'll have to be here if you want to win the prize. I think that's all that I got to say. Domo, do you have any? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I mean, you were kind of on a roll there, so I didn't wanna interrupt. Throw you off your rhythm. But no, I think that covers it. We're gonna be doing a little bit of a Post is gonna do kind of a video editing breakdown, if you will. We're gonna be going over one of his projects that he did for the World of Tanks team. So when we do that, I also have some links here handy, so that I'll show off on screen what the What's Next t-shirt design looks like, so that y'all can get a better view, because I know it's kind of hard to see on the webcam, and somebody mentioned that the design was getting green screened out a little bit. So we'll check out those t-shirts on screen as well a little bit later, so y'all can see them.
Well, I actually thought you were talking about the Father's Day
I got both.
t-shirt design.
I've got both, so we can check them both out.
That's a fun one. Okay, cool. Great. So, Fix It and Post. Now we're over to you. It certainly has been a whirlwind week. It's been a marathon of editing. So, if you could just introduce yourself to everyone at home, tell them who you are, how they would know you, what you do at Wargaming, that'd be great.
Yeah, it definitely has been kind of a wild week today. I'm Fix It and Post, if you don't know. Pretty much a lot of the regional videos that you see on YouTube come out from my hands one way or another. I have like a little hand in it. Especially all the videos that Commander AF is in it, the normal What's Next that comes out every week. I'm the main guy who's kind of editing that and putting all the graphics, getting it all ready and set. That way it's ready to go by Friday.
Guy, partner in crime when it comes to what's next. We gave a little bit of a glimpse of what production's like in this week's episode, but I think everyone on the team is all pretty astonished by the awesome work that Fix It does, because not only is he working on what's next any given week, he's also, like you said, he has a hand in all of the other videos that come out for our region, whether it's helping to come up with a concept or actually editing it. And he usually has maybe 2 days to edit and re-edit each episode of What's Next before it has to premiere on Friday. So kudos to you. This is the guy. This is the one. He's the one who makes it all happen every
The
week.
magician, the
I
wizard
try to make
behind
it
the
come out as
curtain.
best as I can.
So he was shrinking a little bit. Somebody pointed out I was making some. He was a little bit off center there, so I was trying to fix it, but I
Oh,
didn't quite get it right.
a
It's fine.
real
It's fine. It's that's all right. We still all look quite clear and we yeah, I can't fix it in post. Exactly. Thank you, Tragic.
It's all live.
Yep.
it's it's live. I think we all look good. I mean, my head's not as big as everyone else's, but I think that's, case in real life. So we're
No,
okay.
yeah, I tried to get our heads more or less the same size, but I have a naturally big head, so it kind of takes
You're
up
telling
a
me.
lot of real estate on the screen. But no, I did my hair today. I bathed, so I'm looking presentable for the people. Um,
Sure are.
thank you.
So
I try.
the reason we thought it would be cool to have Fix It on is because it just happens to be what's next 1 year anniversary. And as we're approaching this anniversary, we're seeing that the world is opening back up again, ever so little, especially here in Texas where we are. We've got some of the restrictions are lifted. We're able to go back to the office. Um, with safety precautions in place. So our last year of production hasn't been exactly what we had imagined. So I wanted to fix it to maybe kind of get a sense from you. We both joined the team back in like late February, early March 2020, right before quarantine kind of hit. Um, so could you talk a little bit about how what sort of expectations you had when you first joined Wargaming, especially for the video team, and maybe how you had to adapt to uh, quarantine and working from home?
Yeah, I can speak a little bit to that. I remember I was hired somewhere around mid-February last year. So the whole COVID-19 was just barely like a little hint there in the back that it maybe would come over here, but still kind of isolated for the most part. And we had already started like making plans on what we were going to do since the video team was just kind of starting up again. And a lot of these plans kind of got pushed on hold whenever, all of a sudden we got everything was kind of stay at home order. And now I was no longer going to be using like actually filming anything or being in the office, and everybody's at home with no cameras, no green screen, no nothing to really kind of be able to produce any videos. And that really threw a lot of kind of like wrenches into the whole engine because we had a lot of things planned that we wanted to do and things like trips planned and so forth, or at least on the calendar, and everything just got pushed aside. And so we're here kind of like trying to figure out what are we going to do? What can we do? We had all these great ideas, but now we have to come up with brand new ones. And how do we continue doing what's next whenever we can't see each other, and Commander F is going to have to kind of film herself by herself, which I imagine that is extremely difficult.
Well, under your guidance, it worked out okay, but yeah, it would have been nice to have you there every week filming and making sure that the lighting was right or the audio levels are right. But yeah,
Yeah, that,
I think we shifted gears and adapted pretty quickly. One thing that so our timeline here, mid-February, and then to mid-March is when everything went into quarantine. We had to work from home. One of the big things you did was as soon as we started having to work from home, we still had that goal of putting out what's next the first week of June, with me on screen presenting it. And you quickly started ordering video gear that we could set up at my home office. Um, Came over, all masks on, social distance, came over and we put tape down on the ground here in my home office, and you got everything set up for me. If you didn't do all that, I don't know. I think it would have been a much slower start for what's next. That's for sure.
yeah, definitely try to make it as easy as possible so you don't have to like mess or try to learn too much. Just kind of be easy to like press record and kind of go type of thing.
Yes, I definitely noticed myself. I remember thinking like, wow, we definitely got a couple of pros on the team that joining us because y'all just picked it up super fast, and the production quality was already there. Yeah, no, it was all super super impressive. So I'm definitely very happy that y'all joined the team.
Oh, thanks, Domo.
Thank you.
So I've got a question for you. Uh, considering that you weren't able or haven't been able up until recently to be behind the camera during the shoot, um, did that can you talk a little bit about for, like, the folks at home that are maybe are interested in making videos or producing or directing videos, uh, can you talk a little bit about how maybe you had to adapt when it came to editing because you weren't actually there on set, able to give real-time notes?
Yeah, I could talk a little bit about that. It was kind of difficult at first, to be honest, because all the notes I have are kind of delayed. Like if we had an issue one week, we couldn't just quickly go back and refilm that because we needed to keep on going with our pace in order to meet our deadline. So it's like, okay, we figured out this one issue. I'll give you the feedback. You kind of adjust. Next week, maybe another issue happened, or we finally got it good until we had to like change the settings or something else because we had to film something else. So there was little tweaks like that, but it was like the delayed uh, feedback essentially that we got. But once we got it kind of get going good and we didn't change anything, then we kind of got like a rhythm and we can kind of really kind of roll through it. The issue I think that arose having not just the normal what's next, but we also had the chieftain, right? He has a green screen that we had to do a few things with him. So I'm trying to adjust with everybody. And I remember a few times we even had to get like on the iPad and you just kind of brought me in his iPad and like, hey, does this look right? And I'm like, well, I can sort of tell through the tablet, but you're really gonna have to like record something and send it to me so I can kind of double check.
I would say that you had, like, the patience of the saint between working with the chieftain and me, you know, we could be divas, I guess. Especially if I start sweating. Like, I'm like, "I'm sweating, fix it in post, you gotta fix this in post." Um, yeah,
Oh, that's great.
No, overall, it wasn't too difficult. I remember there was a few times I had to like spend extra hours kind of like fixing a few little things that probably went wrong, but nothing too horrible that we had to kind of like scrap it or anything like that.
literally. So glad to hear that. Yeah, so, earlier I kinda touched on how, you've astonished us all with your ability to basically edit this video in about 2 days. Um, maybe could you talk a little bit about, I guess, your process or your workflow or, uh, how you're able to, edit the video so quickly?
Ooh, it's kind of lengthy, but let's kind of hit the high points of it.
Okay.
So, as far as workflow for what's next, again, we're always trying to stay with whatever's the latest news, and things can change even at the last minute, right? So we have to try to segment things, at least different sequences or information, just in case if something gets pushed back or something changes. I know there's a few times whenever we've had let's say we had I don't know, a certain amount of gold that we were giving out, but later we decided to adjust it. Well, I can either completely take it out or I can try to fix it a little bit where I'll place B-roll on top or something else, which is just another graphic that we don't see you speaking, and then we'll have you record alternately after the fact and kind of fix it afterward. That way, whenever by Friday comes, it's normal. But so we'll grab all of our information on Monday and then we'll do the filming on Tuesday. And by then, that's whenever I start bringing it in and just start ingesting it into my main editor, Adobe Premiere. After that, it's really just kind of grabbing B-roll, which is basically any graphic that we've come up on screen that might be whatever you're speaking about. So that day is just gathering everything as far as our reward tank, grabbing footage of that, any article that we might talk about, or a past video that came out earlier about an update, something else, anything that might come on there. That way, it's not just like a talking head video, but we have visuals to go along with it. Once I get all that aligned and I kind of have to place it where it's going to go, I'm just kind of mostly checking to see if there's any empty spots, stuff that I need to cut back and forth, or any issues in the video that I have to kind of cover up. Um, Once all that is kind of locked in, that's whenever I'll go ahead and start keying the green and kind of really finessing everything and putting it nice and together. It's after that we can kind of get through a revision that we can send out to everybody to kind of look at to make sure there's nothing that is kind of wrong that we might have said, or stuff that even a few times where I get the wrong tank just because there's so many, I might pick the wrong one by just by accident. And then
And
hopefully
then
by
none of
then,
us
after
catch
everything gets
it.
fixed. I know that's a strange thing. Like, it's not just me that looks at it, but we'll
Yeah.
have like 6, 7 eyes look at it, and nobody catches it until later. Like, it's on YouTube, and someone mentions in the comments. I'm like, should have
Yeah.
noticed that. Like, there's something on there that's different.
So I
And
saw
then,
a couple questions from chat. If y'all don't mind me interrupting real quick, I think it's
oh,
worth mentioning. Randall was asking who writes the scripts and the storyboards, and y'all just kind of wing it on shooting day.
Yeah, so usually I write the scripts. We have I like to call it a tribunal. We have a weekly meeting with a bunch of product managers, so the folks that are behind some of the events or features that are coming out in the game, folks from the premium shop, folks from the Amazon store, and basically every week Fix It and I kind of just almost interview them or go through the events that are on our radar and say, hey, we saw that this event's coming up. Can we talk about it in this week's episode? Yay or nay? If we get the green light, that's when I go after, some of the internal resources that we have that describe the event or the feature. I put together a quick blurb, and then Fix It and I get together and we kind of talk about how can we visualize this? How can we play around with this on in the video, like what graphics could we use to support it? Should we go with a theme this week? So it's definitely a big collaboration process. I'll say I do most of the writing, but it's definitely, I think, a creative process that Fixin and I um, partner up on.
Okay, cool. I
Right.
was genuinely curious about that as well.
Any other questions, Domo, from the audience?
Well, so someone
Anyone?
asked what app Post uses for editing, but he like literally like right after Devil 503 USMC asked that, Post said that he uses After Effects. So that one is answered. So we can keep going
Yeah,
with the rest of.
actually, um, let's could fix it. Could you talk a little bit about some of the programs that you like to use um, when it comes to video editing? And then I was thinking it'd be cool to know if you use any mods or any special like war gaming slash World of Tanks internally built tools to capture any of the footage that you use in What's Next, or even gameplay videos or chieftain videos.
yeah, I can speak a little bit to that. So, mostly do with the Adobe suite, right? So that's Adobe Premiere for doing all the editing, Adobe After Effects for all the like motion graphics, anything that's kind of a little bit more in depth with things moving around. That's all After Effects. Photoshop, if I need to kind of tweak something, let's say I have an image that has a white background and I just need to get it out, just to have the main subject, whatever it is, on there. And then rarely do I have to, but sometimes I'll go into Cinema 4D and I'll just grab or create anything that might in there. I remember at first we had the kind of like a sneak peek trailer that we released before What's Next officially came out. All that was done in Cinema 4D. And then for any like audio issues after when I'm kind of going into mixing, all that is done in Adobe Audition. And as far as like capturing game footage, most of it is actually done in the regular engine. There is a few mods I used. There's one that allows me to kind of have like a free cam, and don't remember if it's completely updated currently, but it basically gives you a free cam that you can kind of move around. You can zoom in and out, and basically everything is done by like WASD and moving the mouse in order to get the right shot. Especially for replays, that's the initial tool for it.
Cool.
So chat is Commander back now because she's been on my screen here on OBS the whole time. But and I still see her. I didn't touch anything this time. I swear it wasn't me. So she's back. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I'm here, and I was just about to post the trailers that Fix It was talking about in chat for those of you that are interested. What tool did you say you use or program did you use to create the trailers?
Cinema 4D, so that's like a strictly 3D tool. Kind of
Cool.
like Maya or 3ds Max, if anybody is familiar with them. Those are more towards game design, but they're all initially the same tool.
I dabbled a little bit with Maya, and it was all extremely confusing, so I just gave up.
It can, I mean, it takes a lot of more resources. That's why we haven't really used it too much on what's next because uh, like something that you kind of do your final work, you're kind of rendering, exporting your final video. It might take 2 minutes up to an hour for like a long video. After Effects, you're looking at 15 minutes to, let's say for something short, 15 minutes, it's just like 10 seconds to an hour or 2 hours for a large sequence. And then you go to Cinema 4D and you're looking at like 12 hours to days in order to render something.
Oof.
Fix it. I think there's a question from Ixta in chat that's kind of along the lines of timing for exporting and rendering files depending on the program. Mr. Fix It, I have a question for you. Do you have any good stories of Adobe software being good, old Adobe software and crashing on you?
Being good and crashing?
Like
Sorry, what?
good old. I think it
Yeah.
meant like
And
more. It was more
good old Adobe
sarcastic.
always crashing that type of deal.
There you go. Like in the middle of
Yeah,
a project.
um, my workflow and the way I've kind of set this up is basically if you're ever in the middle of a project, you never update your programs, anything at all. Just because if you update, things tend to break. So the only time you ever update a program is whenever you've already finished everything, all your projects, and you're not in between. That's basically your first, whatever program you have, that's the first thing you try to do. And second, Adobe has a really aggressive updating cycle. So typically, I don't update whenever they first come out with one because there has they'll fix a lot of things, but a lot more issues come in, right? So I'm always a few months behind on what the initial update is. The only time I've actually had to really update whenever I don't want to is when I'm working with um, other editors or video editors or other people like that where I'm kind of collaborating and then we're sending projects across and they have an updated version. So that means that I have to kind of force my update as well.
So, pro tip, you've heard it here, guys. Don't update in the middle of a project. Don't update the software. It could cause trouble. And wait, give it a few months. Let them work out the bugs before you actually update and upgrade your software. I remember what was it? I don't know if you're still having this issue. I don't think you are because I feel like you're working as quickly as ever. But there was like a couple of weeks in there where there was a new Adobe software update for I think it was Premiere Pro, and it would just take forever to was it render or export the video?
Render, yeah, there was an issue there. Basically, Adobe has this really good feature that is different from all the other nonlinear editors is that it can link projects. So before, again, this is going a few years back, if I did some motion graphics, let's just have like some fancy text come on screen, which is kind of cool graphics where they come in, I would have to do them in After Effects and render out of After Effects and import it into Adobe Premiere and kind of place it in. So if I had to do any edit, let's say if somebody wants to change their name or their title, I would have to basically go back into After Effects, open that whatever program or the title, and update it, re-export the whole thing, and then re-import it. Now, what they implemented is they have like a linked system. So I'm Adobe Premiere. I'm going to send something to After Effects. I'll go ahead and edit in After Effects, but I don't have to re-render it. It's kind of updates it on Premiere. It's still kind of buggy because a lot of the time it can go offline and you have to relink it. I kind of point, hey, it's over here, use this one. And at one point, everything was working fine. It was kind of actually rendering pretty fast. I didn't have to actually render something in out of After Effects. And then I don't know what happened exactly because I didn't read anything in the patch notes about it, but update happened, and now that render speed that used to be, let's say, a minute, now took 10 minutes for the same amount of footage that was there. And nothing had really changed. It'd be just like a lower third. There was nothing humongous moving around, no particle effect, nothing that would really slow it down. And that really crushed it because my workflow that I had been going that was working now was taking much longer. So I had to quickly figure out what's another way I can do this that I come with the same outcome. Because if there's something about After Effects, it's kind of funny. There's maybe like 5 to 10 different ways to do the exact same thing. So it's always interesting whenever you open up another artist program or the project file because it's almost like people's different handwriting. They all do the same thing. The final product is the same, but they all go about it different ways.
So how do you decide when you're going to use After Effects or Premiere Pro to solve a problem or create a video?
It's just different tools for different fixes that you're trying to do. So Adobe Premiere is your main editor. That's your main one that you're kind of laying out your video where you want it to go. The only time you send it to After Effects is whenever you need to do some sort of visual effects on it or motion graphics. So if it's just a spot where, let's just say, like the very beginning sequence of this latest What's Next, where it's just the intro car sequence, there's nothing in there that I had to send to After Effects because there's nothing motion graphics, there's no text coming on screen. It wouldn't be until like I had to have you on green screen and key you out, or I have to have some text come in and just kind of swipe in and swipe out. That's the kind of stuff that I would send to do with After Effects.
All right.
I'm seeing
Um,
a lot of folks in chat throwing shade at Adobe. Hey, for what it's worth, you know, Photoshop and Illustrator have been great, so I have no complaints about Adobe.
Question
Yeah,
for you. Oh, sorry. No, jump in.
no, I can speak a little bit to that. Like,
Yeah.
I first learned to edit out of what's it called, Final Cut Pro or Final Cut 7 is what it was called back then. And it was great because everything was professional level, and that's what I learned, and that was the industry standard. Like, if you went to Hollywood, they either use Avid or Final Cut. Avid was more for like big movies, but Final Cut was for a lot of the other things. They all had the same pricing of essentially. But then Apple decided to really, I think, shoot themselves in the foot. They came out with Final Cut Pro and stopped using Final Cut 7. Nothing was supported for it. And what really was that Final Cut Pro was now pro consumer rather than professional level. They got rid a lot of the professional tools and really cut a lot of its capabilities out. And Adobe, as smart as they were, said, "Hey, anybody who's coming from Final Cut, you get a 50% off on their back then it wasn't subscription, it was just purchase, right? 50% off. And we even make it easier for you. We already have a keyboard shortcuts so that your editing shortcuts and everything else that you know is exactly the same. And even the way that the screen would look, all like where the windows were at, everything was the same. So it made it real easy to switch over. And then they took over a large part of the market now for what is for the normal video editors. Final Cut Pro is still out there, and some people do use it because Apple, being Apple, can control the supplier from the very beginning of what chip it is, what software is going to be using the exact chip to the hardware. So their way is kind of similar to the phones, where it's more optimized, so they can work with less power as far as whatever hardware you're using, but the end software is more optimized, so they can export it faster. And then, of course, they're still using Avid, but everything has moved on to now what Adobe Premiere looks like now, right? As far as the way the visuals are.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember like back in school, I was dabbling with a little bit of video stuff because my friends were in the film program. And I always was under the impression that Final Cut was like the industry standard. So it's interesting to see how that kind of has shifted. Because like I also have friends who produce music, and in that same way, like it used to be Logic was like the industry standard, but now Ableton is pretty much what a lot of producers use. So kind of seeing that shift where like before, like everything was like, oh no, you gotta have a Mac to work on the pro level, and now it has kind of shifted away from that. So it's just kind of interesting as a bystander to see that kind of happen.
Oh
And
yeah, and that's
hear
probably
your kind of
another
hands-on take too.
yeah, that's probably another good reason too with Adobe too is that with Final Cut, again, it was all Mac, right? So if you wanted to do video or Photoshop or even any audio, it was you had to have a Mac. That's your first starting point. Now with Adobe, it's cross compatible. So you can have a Mac or Windows. You can share project files over each other and it doesn't matter. So that's great. So now it doesn't matter if you're working with someone else that has different hardware, you can work along the same program and you don't have to like only work with Mac.
By the way, you guys are getting a bunch of shout outs in chat. Eric Vaughn says, super cool that you folks are getting to work on such cool tech, creative, great experience for your collective resumes. And of course, you're benefiting the Watt community and getting paid for it all too, of course. So it's a triple win.
I'd
Borisovich
agree with that.
says the time and effort that you have to put in are just amazing. You not only motivate others, but also push them to give their all at work. The organization is blessed to have an employee like you. I think that was directed at Post. Maybe it was directed at both of y'all. I think you both deserve those kudos. Um,
Cool.
Maybe it was for tragic. Who knows?
Wad Prime says today's episode of What's Next was super involved and much longer than the average episode. Congrats on 1 year and keep up the impressive work.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you.
you. We're very excited for what the future will bring. Especially now that we're able to get out. Fixit is now behind the camera. We're filming at the office. We got a safe space there to do that. Um, I don't. Maybe this is a good time, Fixit. We could talk a little bit about a recent project that we worked on, as the video has already come out. You want to talk a little bit about the Itch M8 HMC shoot? Anything notable or anything you want to talk about from there?
Um, well, it definitely was our first shoot. It's kind of
Mhm.
funny because we had planned this stuff a year ago, and then we finally go into it and like, all right, this is going to be our first thing. I think at that point, we were all vaccinated, and then we are all going
Mhm.
out there and to actually try to film it. So it was just different and it was fun. I definitely had no idea what exactly we needed. Like I had talked with the chieftain and I had seen the past episodes, so I knew a little bit of what we were going to capture. But like, how long is it going to take to film? What am I going to need exactly? How much free range are we going to have?
Can I just cut you off for a second?
Yeah.
Fixit is definitely being modest here, okay? Because you've been doing this for a very long time. You are a freelance producer where you work on videos. You're setting up video shoots outside uh, wargaming, or you were before everything turned out the way it did in 2020. So I would not say that you had no idea. I think you prepared us all very well, and I just want to let everyone know there. Fix it and post is the one person when you talk to him, he definitely has an idea on how to solve a problem. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, please continue.
You deserve all the
No worries.
praise, Post. You deserve all the praise.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I do have some experience. I think I have over 10 years now of kind of setting up shoots. And even now, I
Mhm.
do have my separate little side business or side hustle that I still do some videos for. Back whenever I was freelancing, I still have a lot of big clients that kind of reach out to me for videos. And a lot of the times I won't actually go film it anymore. I'll just kind of have a contractor or wherever who he is, have another camera operator go film it for me. And I'll do all the other work and do the editing, but it makes it easier for me that way. So I had some idea of what equipment we are going to need it, but what exactly, it's always the little things that pop up. Because like with like any shoot you ever go to, any kind of set, there's always little things that pop up. All of a sudden, something came up, and how do we fix this, or how do we get past this? So it's all the extra equipment you need to bring, and having your backup plans. If this doesn't work, what do we do essentially?
Yeah,
But
and for
no, go ahead.
I I can't like let a second go by without something being said. Uh I was actually thinking about that shoot in particular. It was a typical Texas day, sunny. I don't know if it was hot. I think folks that maybe aren't from Austin would think it was hot. And I remember we had our awesome intern. What was her name? River Sticks, maybe.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. So we had our intern with us, and because it was so sunny out, we needed a specialized lens, and we end up using like a polarized lens.
Yeah, it's a polarized filter you put on it, and it's mostly
Mhm.
to get rid of. It does cut back a little bit, so it's almost like having sunglasses, but it's also the main reason for it is just to get rid of reflection. So if you're ever looking at any glass, or let's say if you're looking at water, it's going to be super reflective, and you can't really see through it too much with the lens. Put on, or even with your eyes, put on a polarized filter on it, and now it's much easier to look at.
And we had the drone. That was pretty
We
cool.
had a drone. Yep,
The
the
chieftain
drone.
was what?
The drone I've had some experience with, but it's always funny seeing people kind of react to them because uh, they've gotten so good now that they just kind of hover in place. You just kind of have to push them a little bit of where you want. Where before, I remember you had to like basically like helicopter. It would never hover in place. You're always fighting the wind, fighting it for it to just kind of hover off. And now I'm just fully comfortable with it. Like, all right, I'm going to use the drone. I'm going to put it up 15 feet up or so and just kind of leave it there. And I know it's going to be there. So I'll grab my camera and know that it's just gonna stay there and grab the shot.
I want to just interject for just a moment because folks are kind of steering the conversation in chat in a somewhat political direction. So as a reminder, folks, we don't talk about politics here. Feel free to talk about that stuff elsewhere, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, all I'm gonna say is, our organization wants to make sure that everybody is comfortable returning to work when they are comfortable. That's it. We some of us are starting to go back into the office. I'm probably going to start coming in for a day or two. But everything at its own pace. However you privately feel about it, that is your opinion, and I respect your opinion, as do I respect the concerns of my employer and my colleagues. So that being said, let's go back into the interview. With a very inorganic segue to the next question. I guess I'm gonna grab question 5 if that's cool, Commander. Because
Yeah.
I'm also curious. So post. What are your favorite types of videos to make? And I guess having the year that you've been working with wargaming, has anything sort of expanded your horizons or challenged you to do things differently? Yeah, I guess that's the
Yeah, I can
questions.
work with that, no worries. My favorite, I guess, would be more of a narrative or even documentary type filming. A, a lot of video is just more about the human emotion. If you can grab the human emotion in a video using anything that you have on screen and anything you might hear, it it picks into the heart a little bit, and everybody is much more interested in the video. So if you're shooting documentary, a lot of times you're kind of filming everything, even the stuff that people aren't really aware that they're on camera for, or things that are organic that weren't planned. And a lot of those things that turn out to always be the little pieces of diamonds that later you're looking through your edits and like that grabs what the emotion that I want to show on screen. And narrative is kind of similar, except you're kind of writing it. That would be more like stories or films you're trying to tell. You get to plan it ahead and not just have what words are going to be shown, but you're thinking what angles, how am I going to show this exactly? Do I want it to have like a really low angle and have a hero shot whenever a person, your hero, whatever it is, comes in? Or is this more far away? We're seeing the same subject, but with a different lighting and a different angle that now you have a different feeling. Even though it's the same scene, you're looking at it from a different perspective, and that completely changes the whole story. And
I,
then
I,
what was the
I
other one? Things that have
I guess
Broadened
made.
your
have
horizons,
have
challenged you.
you brought exactly have you kind of had to step out of your comfort zone and maybe either do something in a way that you wouldn't typically do, or I guess work on a project that you previously would maybe not have been as comfortable working on?
Nothing yet. Only because
Told you.
we've been kind of doing the same thing for the past year. This year is really going to bring it out where we're going to be doing a lot more things that we had filmed or thought about filming before, or even going to different locations. And that's whenever I think it's really going to really bud and show the different kind of videos that we can create for the channel.
Okay. So we got all right. I got to start brainstorming some curveballs to throw your way to give you a little bit of a challenge.
He's got 10 years of experience, but it feels like a whole lot more because I'm telling you, there isn't so far. I haven't found anything problem you can't solve or a video you can't figure out how to make. I will say that to kind of bring it back to what you were saying about the documentary style videos and how you're always recording to find those gems, those diamonds in the rough. Um, you know, Fixit definitely finds a way to showcase my little line flubs or stream of conscious talking because I don't realize that the camera's still rolling. I'm like, I'm talking to you, Fix It. I'm asking you if you think this is a good idea. And then he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I think I think you're absolutely right. Those are the moments where you're able to capture someone's true essence or personality. And even though Um, quite often, I probably look a little goofy, and maybe those folks look a little goofy. Find a way to make it come across endearing in the video. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you, and I agree. I agree with your tactics of just capture it all.
Yeah, you definitely want to get somebody's personality and kind of bring it through and let the person essentially know who you are. And it's always weird for me because I've had instances where I've been editing somebody for years on end, but I've only met them 3 or 4 or 5 times in person. So by the time I actually see them, I'm like, I know all your little antics about you. Like I've seen you for hours on end, even though you don't know me.
All your little quirks. I know, and also I think about your beautiful family and just the amount of time you spend with my voice over the speakers. I'm like, man, I wonder what they all think of me. I'm like, fix it, make me sound smart, make this look good.
And
Oh,
you used to be surprised. My daughter actually knows your name. I was like, that's Commander AF, and you're doing the tank video or something else like that.
That's adorable.
terrible. Hey, so I was wondering, would this be a good time maybe to do a little show and tell?
Sure. We're doing pretty
Yeah.
good on time. All right, so we're gonna swap over. Fingers crossed I don't break anything. Here we go. Okay, it appears to be working. I think we still have audio. All right, we're in good
All
shape.
Cool.
right. So what are we looking at?
Well, give me a second. Okay, there it is cut up. Ah,
Well, which
my
project? I'll be
talk
more
button.
specific. Which project are we looking at? And did we want to actually watch the project, like the final project first, or do we want to watch that towards the end? Are we gonna do that?
Up to
Um,
you. Do you want to watch it? I guess up to you, depending when you. I could just kind of speak a little bit to it, and we can watch it afterward.
Okay.
let's do that.
This will be
And
kind
then
of funny because my push talk button is actually something in here, so I'm gonna have to click off when I wanted to chat. But this is a recent video that we did that was covering May the 4th,
I remember
Oh,
and
this
this
video.
one.
oh,
I am in this video. This is my 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. That whenever we need extra people, I kind of just recruit by my coworkers. Like, hey, are you doing anything? You got an hour you can kind of spare? We're gonna set this scene up.
Tragic is also in this
But
video. Yes, yes, tragic.
Andrea, do you want to speak a little bit how the thoughts or the thought process of how this video came across to us?
yeah, sure. So we have a really awesome PDM product manager, community manager for former community manager, still community manager. I feel like Felipe. I think that's his
Yep.
in-game name. Felipe
Felipe
66.
6666 original.
Yes. He is absolutely awesome, and he always has really creative ideas. And when it comes to putting together an event, it could be a small scale event, he is always ready to make a really cool video. So this time around, he approached us about putting together a fun video that would be engaging to help celebrate Star Wars Day or May the 4th, however you like to refer to it. I think it's officially called Star Wars Day now because of licensing or whatever. So he approached us and at first we were talking about what could we put on screen and we were coming up with a bunch of ideas. The Mandalorian was, I think, pretty fresh on everyone's mind. And we're like, why don't we do some sort of trailer or video that showcases like really iconic scenes from the Star Wars universe? So Mandalorian came up and everyone thought about what's that scene with the Jedi's where they're shooting at the can but they missed they were, like, in the desert. Was that
Yeah, the
Mandalorian?
clone soldiers.
Right?
Yeah.
So, that was, like, one of the scenes that kinda sparked, okay, we've got a couple of ideas here. We'll continue to develop this video. So, basically, we had a lot of brainstorm sessions where we kind of, sourced from the team, what are some iconic Star Wars videos or scenes that you like? And then, once we came up with a good working list, we then brainstormed on, okay, now how can we actually bring these to life using World of Tanks tanks and like the World of Tanks battlefields, World of Tanks maps. So I would say that Fix It and our intern probably did most of the heavy lifting when it came to visualizing all of these scenes once we narrowed them down. And that's how the video came together. We were like, we just want to kind of recreate some iconic scenes, have a little fun, see if folks in the community recognize them, and just put out a fun video. That that hit on what you were
More
hoping
than
to
enough,
hit
yeah.
on?
And for sure,
So
we had a lot of different ideas and different scenes we thought to make up, and then like, how do we recreate space in
Yeah.
a battlefield or World of Tanks? And the other thing too is that how do we do it without getting sued?
Yes, that was a big one. I kept chirping that. I was like, I don't want Disney to shut us down. Don't shut us down,
Yeah,
Disney. Love you.
there is a few mods out there. If you ever look on our website, what is it? WG Mods.
at
That
wgmods.net.
Yep, there it is. There is a Star Wars mod on there that actually creates like a skin that only you can see on certain tanks that resemble it. I looked at that like that's really cool. Too bad we can't use any of it though, but it did at least give me some ideas.
Oh,
So this is a famous kind of scene where R2D2 and the C3PO are kind of in the desert. I forget which Star Wars it is, but I saw this and like I've been trying to get this tank, this golden tank, into a video somewhere. Like this is the perfect spot for it. He looks exactly like C3PO, and just being with this kind of sand, and then like I think there's like a little sandstorm out there as well. It just kind of fit perfectly for the scene. And it was all just like that, like picturing one scene. Okay, I got this one scene. What else can we do with it? What can we do next? But what's really good with a lot of videos, if you are kind of just starting on it, is try to find the right music. If you find the right music, it will at least help you a ton in getting to the final visual what your video is. So I basically searched the web for anything that sounded Star Wars esque. Kind of more. If you ever look at Star Wars, the official soundtrack of it, it's not like a full on original. It takes its inspiration from a lot of classical music that was, I don't want to say 1700s, sometime around there, that it takes pieces from it. And if you listen to those, that's what it comes back. So I was looking at classical music, I was looking at a whole bunch of different ones, and I finally found a track that I really liked that had the right feel. So I placed that down, and that really led to like, okay, this is how long the video is going to be. This kind of comes in nice and strong. I need to have a scene that will fit to that, and that's what really narrowed down our scenes that we were going to choose.
So do
So
we
we chose a
want
couple ones.
post? Do you think it would be better to? So I guess two-parter. Are will we be able to watch the video via your screen share here, or should I pull it up on YouTube and then maybe we could show it to the audience? And then I guess the second part is, would you like to talk about the scenes first and then we watch the video? I know we already actually kind of covered this, but
Yeah, let me just talk a little bit about the scenes, and then we'll
okay,
watch it on YouTube because I think if you watch it off mine, it might not be as
gotcha.
good. I might kind of
yeah.
stuttering, or the
For
audio
sure.
might not be
Makes
great.
sense. Okay, for sure. Cool, cool, cool. Sounds good to me.
So for a lot of these shots, I mostly looked at recreating kind of like shot by shot of whatever scene it is. So I actually went back and I looked at some of the scenes from the movies. And one sec. Sorry, my push to talk is the same key for something else in there. So I basically looked, all right, if we had a close up of this kind of shot, let me switch it over to like basically the I forgot what it is, the sand mortar bike, something like that. I
Oh,
looked
the speeder bikes.
and tried to speeder bike, yes. So I basically tried to imitate the same shot. That way we're looking at it and it seems familiar. And kind of do it for shot by shot on what we're actually trying to get. Let me see if I can find the scene here.
While you're looking for that scene, can you tell everyone how you captured this footage? Like, these are World of Tanks replays, right?
Yep. So this is basically getting into a training battle with one of my coworkers. I think it was our intern that I was for this one, and I already have an idea of what we were doing for the scene. So I kind of just said, "All right, you go ahead and just drive around these sand dunes and do a few jumps, and I'm going to be right behind you." And the initial recreating of that replay, we're just kind of running through it. I'm not doing any recording. I'm not worried about anything else other than kind of getting the acting through. After we're done, okay, that's great. Now I can open up the replay, have my free cam, and move the camera where I want. And one of the great things about the free cam is that I can adjust the zoom level of the camera. That way, it imitates a real camera. So your depth of field is going to change, your view range, it's going to be more of, again, depending what you choose, if whether it's more wide or close up. So I kind of move those exactly to the shot I want, and I'll watch the replay a few times to figure out what happened. So if I notice my first jump wasn't that great, rather than spending time and trying to find a good angle to fix whatever mistake that was on there, I find a separate jump later on. And like, okay, that's the one. That's the best one. I'll go ahead and get 2 or 3 shots of it. And similar to kind of normal film, we have to come up with the same perspective when we're coming at things. We have to get an exterior wide to kind of step our establishing shot, and then we have our medium shots of it kind of goes more into the detail of what we're actually looking at. So that could be a close up of the turret or the wheels that's just going across the desert sand. And then, of course, we'll have some really kind of artsy shots that we might put in there. So I might just get a real extreme close up of something. Let's say if we're just looking at the sand and then the kind of the tank comes into the scene and we just see it kind of fall into whatever we're looking at and kind of continue on. And that's the same thing we do for every single shot, every single scene. So it's not just that one clip we're looking at. I'll have several alternatives of exteriors, close-ups, and mids of whatever we need, and kind of go through and kind of piece the scene along.
So it ends up being, 'cause so I, as a participant or an actor in one of these videos, I see a certain amount of time, which is usually we do these in like what maybe takes us about an hour to get our shots. Um,
And
it sounds
after an
sounds
hour of wrangling all the cats and getting them to a training room with
right,
the
and then
proper style and tank.
it seems like that just pales in comparison to the amount of time that you have to spend getting all of the right angles and all of the right shots, because we're usually bumping into each other or doing something silly, so like definitely not every single shot in every single take is usable. So yeah, I do not envy you all of the watching and the rewatching and the collection of the little tools you'll be tools, if you will, in your tool belt. The different shots that you're going to be plugging in to get the right shots.
All right, definitely. And a few of these I actually kind of want to collaborate with Timashima. We had talked a while back about kind of working together in a video, but we never kind of found the right time. And even for this one, uh, I believe it was around exam time, and he was currently in university. So he's like, I can't help out. And then at the last minute, he said, "Hey, I have a free afternoon. Is there anything I can kind of help with?" And I sent him one of the replays. And this scene we're watching here, which is kind of like the Battle of Hoth, was some of the scenes that he actually was able to record on his own and kind of edit. And he didn't edit it exactly, but he gave me a lot of scenes to work with and said, "Hey, I know I recorded a ton, but feel free to go through it and pillage exactly what you want for your scene." And that's what he was able to help out with.
Oh, that's cool. I had no idea Tim helped out with that video. That's really cool.
Yeah, some of you may remember Timashima Cinema from episode 3 of Talkin, where we looked at some
That's right.
throw that out there.
Yeah, and I
So
definitely enjoy a lot of his work because he has a real good cinematic eye for composition and just what exactly to record, even though it doesn't quite look for like normal, I guess, but it looks very cinematic. That's what I really enjoy.
Yeah, they're
to
really
fix
like
it,
engaging kind of angles.
I see, you're going through your Premiere Pro timeline there. You've got, I don't even know, like 8, 10 rows or layers. Do you want to talk at all about how those all work together and what you're doing with all these different blocks?
Yeah, no worries.
This is how
Every
you all know I'm not the video editor, okay?
So we have essentially this is Adobe Premiere, and we have 2 layers that we kind of work with. We have all of our video layers up here, going from V1 up to however many video layers you need, and all of our audio layers down here. Typically, I'll lay down my audio track if I have music that I kind of want to use and I already kind of thought of it, and then I'll start cutting it to what I need, whether it's a certain length. If there's like a chorus that I just need to kind of redo or kind of copy over, clone over to kind of make extend the scene, and I'll start editing to the beat. If you can edit to the beat, you have something that you hear and see at the same time, and it just has a more impactful edit and cut. So if there's something here, like I actually think, let me think. I have the initial kind of storyboard clips that are underneath. This is like this pink layer here, which are just screenshots where I had an idea. I kind of placed the screenshot there of the type of shot we were going to need. And then later in, after we kind of recorded, I'm grabbing the replays, I'll go ahead and place the actual video on top as I'm editing through. And all it is always just, um, again, initially I had already gone through here and I placed the edit where there I had a downbeat. Here, let me actually make this bigger. So if you notice, man, if you notice here, we have like a little a bigger spike here than the rest of it. That's a beat coming in. So I want to place my edit right on it. That way, when we hear whatever that is, whether it's a big drum or just kind of like a hit of a cymbal, we have a quick cut to that, and we're going along with the audio. A lot of it was just kind of following that along.
So you're not even having to hear the audio as you're editing, you can see it,
Hmm.
right there, the editor. Okay, cool.
And then a lot of the stuff on top, this is kind of a little messy one, is depending what I'm gonna have to do, if I have B-roll on top of here, and I'll have my main A cam on the bottom, but since I started with a good storyboard and just kind of pictures or screenshots of what I wanted, I kinda just started playing on top of that, knowing that my initial edit was already gonna be there as where I'm gonna be cutting. And then, like, over here in the start, I have, uh, different languages because we have to localize this for different regions, and sometimes it could be Portuguese, English, or Spanish, and I just have different layers that I'll turn on and off depending what language they are. Um, After that, if we look at the audio layers down here, I have my main song here in A1 for the audio, but all this down here is a bunch of different sound effects that I have. Or we don't even see all of them here.
Pew,
All,
pew,
yep,
lasers.
all the little lasers, all the little kind of drums, and sometimes I don't have an exact beat to edit to, but I know I need one to change the scene. So I'll find just a little clip of what I need of sound effects and I'll place it in, whether it's an extra explosion because the original explosion is kind of far away, so we don't hear it, and I want it more louder, more oomph to it, so to speak. And I'll get just the explosion by itself, put it in, and make it louder, give it more bass, anything else I might need.
So I think that kind of answers a question that Ixto101 posted in chat. He was asking, fix it. Does editing to the beat specifically, like, ever prove to be a headache where it limits some of the things that you want to do? And I guess you kind of hit that where you were saying, you know, sometimes you will create your own beat with a sound effect. But
Mhm.
maybe you have. Does that kind of summarize it well, or is maybe something
Yeah,
involved in that that you
and
want
it
to
it can also
extrapolate on?
be a very double-edged sword sometimes. I have a few scenes that I might have filmed, and they're all great. They look great, and I want to use them, but I maybe only have 15 seconds to show it because of, like you said, the music is limiting to me for that. So something that I had planned that looked great, I might just only use 2, 3 clips out of it, which again, I could have done more with it, but for the whole, it is good that it is shorter because I can quickly move on to the next scene, and sometimes less is more.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Iowa Dragon says having a good memory must be key to remember all this. I actually I think it's interesting how you use the screenshots to storyboard out your shots. I never actually thought about doing that, and that sounds like tremendously helpful to help you kind of stay on track and know all the pre-plan all of the kind of things that you want to hit.
Yeah, especially if you're following like an audio track or a music track that you know that you want to use, right? It has a certain feel here in the beginning. I'm gonna follow that up, but now it's being cut short. This is a new scene that you're kind of visualizing. Just listening to the music, like what am I going to be showing here? I need something fast. I need something strong. All of a sudden, we hear the music of the evil bad guy coming in. Now I need a big tank or an evil tank. Something to change the scene. And again, you're letting the music follow you through to your edit.
I love how
Makes
you
sense.
use the music kind of to write your story, define that story arc. And it definitely works. And it works for this video specifically.
Hmm.
We watch it now? Or do you want
Yeah,
to
let's
go
go ahead.
through is there any other elements you want?
We can talk a little bit about the ending because it
Okay.
was. I knew I need to have the Death Star explode. I didn't quite know the exact location because I had looked, but I had never found anything. That was just kind of was like I never found anything that was like the aha moment. Like, yes, that's the moment. That's the ending. And just during our chat on this map per se, we found this little, what do you call it, little dip or
I,
crevice in the map that
I'll
looked
take credit for that
exactly
one. That was my idea. I was like, yo, trench run right here.
Uh,
exactly.
Domo, you should also take credit for the fact that I didn't give out a 3-day rental of the Death Star on one
Oh,
of the episodes of What's Next.
yeah.
'Cause
Well, maybe I shouldn't be taking credit for that one because I'm sure players would love to get their hands on some Death Star rentals. But yeah, I know Commander was like, hey, we should like give out the Death Star because it's Death Star rentals because it's like Star Wars tank, and I'm like, that would be very toxic. Everybody in tier 10 and 8, like 8 through 10, would just be getting one shot for 3 days.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
glad you talked to me out of that.
And that was just mainly it. It was just more in the moment, but it worked out perfectly.
That
Cool.
that was so anticlimactic because interrupted. Sorry. It did work out perfectly.
Sounds good. I would say let's watch the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me cue this up real quick. Bring that. Do. All right. Hit my button and see if this works. Pay no attention to the tank spinning in the background. Don't worry about that on. And boom. Okay, we can see the player now. Make it full screen. Do that. Hold on, I gotta scooch it over. Okay, perfect. We can see the player now. And I just want to make sure real quick that we have PC audio. We do. Okay. I think we do. Maybe not. Chat, yell at me if y'all can't hear it.
Yeah, it's fading in and out. That's weird.
Fading in and out, huh? I literally don't know what that means, y'all. Well, yeah.
Do you have filters maybe on the PC audio?
Oh yeah, maybe. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. We'll swap to the tech difficulty screen. We'll get right back. turn Tragic down on Discord a little bit, just in case she comes back, so we don't destroy everyone's eardrums. All right, so I think we fixed it. Let's give it another shot. So, do we want to restart the video, or do we want to just keep it going?
Yes.
Let's restart it. Okay. And I apologize for the video quality a little bit. I think my internet can't keep up with uploading the stream and everything, so it's a little bit compressed. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's get rid of that. Bear with me, bear with me. Boom. Okay.
On June 22nd of
No,
this
no, quiet, quiet. We're good. All right. Sorry, YouTube autoplayed the next video. That was awesome. I really love. I think my favorite shot is when you see the two E100s kind of slowly lumbering forward, and then all the shots bouncing off of the front. Not only was that a lot of fun to shoot, it turned out super well.
Yeah, it was definitely a very fun video to work on.
Corridor. Wait, the one that you were talking about specifically before Fix It, it was just epic watching it again. Yeah, so people, that's what we do. That's our job.
Devil
And
503 is asking about copyright issues. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. Post was talking about it. How it was a little bit difficult because we had to make sure that we don't cross that line. We don't want Mickey Mouse knocking on our door with a cease and desist. So that said, pretty much everything in there was all different sounds. There was nothing directly out of Star Wars in the video. It was more of an homage. So I think that kind of definitely falls under the, I don't know, fair use or artistic reimagining or whatever. Anthony says, y'all need to get paid more. That was awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome
Like there was
video.
there was no sounds in there that were directly lifted. All of them were sounds that were similar, that I found off other like stock audio or sound effects that could work, but nothing is directly from them. So yeah, it is more of like a parody or, like you said, an homage.
Indeed, indeed. Hold on, let me, I guess, swap over to big head mode because we're not quite ready for the challenge. I guess we'll do the challenge in the last like 30 minutes so we can still hang out and chat for like 15 minutes. Which one's big head mode? There we go. Boom. We're looking at this camo because I had my game open on my screen share scene. Amazing flowing hair for free, dude. My hair is it's seen better days, my dude. It's definitely seen better days. And to quote True Voodoo, I have that the Unicum hairline, The
I
hold
didn't
on
miss
one sec.
anything. These are wireless, by the way.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
sorry about that.
So good thing we weren't having a roast of Commander AF. Actually, I mentioned earlier. Hold on, I'm going to swap back over to the game scene and share my browser so we can check out the What's Next T-shirt design and the Father's Day T-shirt design. So, 1 second. Boom, hit the button, and then we'll turn the browser back on. I probably should have made a button for my browser as well, but it is what it is. Okay, so there are the shirts. This is the Father's Day T-shirt design, which you can get on our Amazon store. There's two designs, and then you can also get a matching inscription to go with your Father's Day T-shirt, as well as some some really sweet mustache emblems and decals. So head over to the forums, submit your best dad jokes. You can win, if you're in the top 3, you will win an M54 Renegade, a Daddy's Here t-shirt, and the Father's Day in-game customization. 4th and 5th place will win a t-shirt and the in-game customization, and then 6th through 15th place will win just the in-game customization. And then we can check out the Amazon t-shirt as well. So 1 second, wrong photo. So I wanted to show y'all, somebody was asking about it. I think it was Randall. He was asking if it comes in different colors, and the answer to that question is yes. So you can get it in black, navy, white, baby blue, cranberry red, grass green, and heather gray. And then I've also got, since I know it's kind of small here and there's not really a good way to make it bigger, here are the 3 winners. This was our number 1 winner right here. So this is the shirt design that you can buy on the Amazon store. You got Commander AF rolling out in a KV2 with a really awesome hand-drawn like What's Next logo and artwork. Really
A
cool
bag
stuff.
of tanks.
Yeah, with a bag of tanks.
Tanks.
I personally I love this one. I think it's awesome. But they're all great, and I know there was a lot of really cool designs submitted to the contest. So
Yeah.
big shout out to everybody who did. And even if your design didn't win, maybe you can grab one of the winners and show your support for What's Next. Let me close this. Bam.
And thank you
then
to
we'll go
everyone that
back
submitted
to
designs. Great
the
getting to
scene.
look at all of them. Definitely voting was close. The designers, those that submitted t-shirt designs, gave us it was like it was hard. It was hard to make the final choice.
It always is.
I
But
think we had
definitely,
like 5 or 7 that were all up there real neck and neck.
yep. I kind of want to see if we get some more of them into the store, just because, especially 2nd and 3rd place, definitely are. I think they would look good on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I agree. They're all really cool. Really cool
Or
designs.
stickers.
Definitely made by some
Or
very talented folks.
stickers.
Ooh, yeah, stickers would be cool. Stick your have a what's it called, a social media contest of people slapping their stickers in the coolest legal place and sharing
Oh,
photos to social media. Oh, there's an idea.
yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I like that.
Big emphasis on the word legal. Don't go sticking stickers places where they shouldn't be, folks.
Don't do it.
Vandalism is bad.
All right, I got your invite. Oh, I got Tragic's invite.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get
Domo,
ready
did you
for
get
the
Tragic?
get ready for the challenge here. I did indeed. So
Well,
for the challenge tonight, folks, we are going to be doing follow the leader. So we're all going to be in Panzer 1Cs, and I believe we're going to be doing another prediction. So Tragic, I believe, will be able to explain in chat, because I don't remember exactly how it works. I believe there are items that you can buy with points on the we still have questions for time for questions for Fix It in Post. Okay, cool. Wait, what? Tragic? What?
so the
Okay, I'm shushing. Anyway,
oh,
host, we have questions for you.
you
Um,
want to
um,
go first,
um,
Domo?
sure. Let's see. I want to see. We're trying to figure out where we picked up. Tell you what, let's go with question number 14 because it's a fun one. We'll do a two-parter. Did you play games, video games before working for Wargaming? Were you a gamer? And if so, what other games do you like to play?
Yeah, I definitely was a gamer. I have a gamer background. Games I like to play. Definitely a lot of story-driven ones. So, like the latest one I'm kind of playing right now is going through the Mass Effect. Now they've just kind of released the Legendary Edition and kind of remastered it. And then as far as MMOs, the one I've really kind of stuck with for a while now has been EVE Online. Started like back in 2008 when I first heard about it and started playing with it. And lots of on and off time of it. Like I'd spend months or years not playing with it, but somehow I find myself resubbed during the pandemic and stay-at-home order.
I have a friend who plays that game on 16 accounts, and all he does is hang out in high security systems and just mass gank people and take all of their money with 16 accounts at the same time, which is apparently okay to do in that game. It's not against the rules. In fact, apparently a GM messaged him to politely ask him to stop, and he was like, "Well, am I breaking the rules?" And he's like, "Well, no, but people are complaining." He's like, "Okay, well, when it's a rule, like I'll stop."
Yeah, it's definitely very much of a sandbox type of game,
Yeah,
build your castle and someone will try to knock it over.
yeah, it's a very very interesting community they got going there. I know like the politics and stuff that go on there, all the diplomacy is absolutely nutty. But yeah, it's definitely a cool game, and I don't have the time and attention span for it. You know, I lose interest in stuff very quickly, so I'm kind of always jumping from one thing to the other. And I know it's one of the progression is interesting because it's all based on like time specifically. But yeah, I digress. You know, we're here to talk about tanks, so I don't want to spend too much time plugging Eve. Um,
Speaking of tanks, Fixit, I don't know if you all know this. For those of you that follow World of Tanks NA on social media, you definitely know this. But Fixit is quite the World of Tanks player. I actually think it is. It just happened to line up perfectly. This was not planned. You're the Showdown Saturday score to beat this week. Did you
That's
know
right, in
that?
the buggy.
Yep. I don't think your score has been revealed yet, but for those of you that are watching, over the past few months, I feel like you always have like near like tragic. Actually, Domo, you're pretty good too. I think it's just me and Chauncey that are um you're probably grateful for when it comes time for our score to beat. But you give people a run for their money. I'm like, I don't know how anyone's ever going to beat your scores. And sometimes internally, Chauncey's like, okay, guys, we can't. No, you guys need to try less. Like, don't try so hard. We need to give folks like a chance out there.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
seeing a couple messages on Discord that were like, "Hey, tell Post to go easy on us in the buggy this
yeah.
week."
No
Um,
ace tankers.
I don't know if it was an ace tanker score this week. I can't actually remember, but yeah, I don't think you guys. Yeah, there's not a chance that he went easy on you.
Yeah,
He
this
just
one shouldn't be too hard. I don't think I went too hard on on this one.
I usually end up picking
um
random tanks for Showdown Saturday that I've never played before, so I'm always struggling a little bit to get a good score, you know, and it's like, oh, dang it, like I finally had a good score, but I lost the battle and it's not enough base experience, so gotta try again.
hmm
it's a grind.
It is, it is.
You also play a little bit of ships, right? Fix it.
Yeah, initially I think I remember I started on tanks a couple years ago and I did maybe 3, 4 months of it. But then closed beta came out for ships, so then I started playing ships. And at the time, ships was a brand new game. It had the best graphics. It looked really good. Had a nice UI. So then I went back to tanks. I was like, well, this doesn't look as nice as ships anymore. So I started mainly playing ships. And then whenever I got hired, I'm like, well, I better learn tanks. So I switched over to tanks, and I basically kind of spent 3 months every day, at least putting an hour in, just to kind of not just learn the mechanics of the game, but like know all of the little memes and all the little things that a normal player would know.
You think that's helped you in making videos for World of
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to know the exactly the inside jokes, and interestingly enough, each region kind of develops their own memes. So something that's relevant in EU might not be as relevant in NA, and then vice versa. So it's always curious to see those kind of trends developing between the different groups of players.
Speaking of jokes, Domo, maybe, to give viewers at home a little inspiration for the Dad Jokes Contest, which is out right now for Father's Day. Do you want to share the dad joke that you shared with everyone during a recent thing?
Oh, this one
Do you,
it's not a very original dad joke. I've definitely heard it before. But I've got this Tog joke to share with y'all, but it's a little too long.
oh, I love it.
Terrible, terrible. I know.
Actually
It's
might
awful.
repeat it in what's next. Just for those.
It's awful. I know.
I love it. Love a good dad joke. All right, so moving on, we've got a sense of the games that Fixit plays. I've got a question for you. It's kind of along the same kind of lines. How do you keep up with everything going on in the community? What are your sources?
A few. Like I'll check out the Reddit every now and then. Just kind of see get a little bit of a pulse of the community there. But a lot of the time is also just being on Discord. I'll get pinged for something on there, and it might be like the gameplay advice for something for like recently for the Saturday Showdown, or even just talking with some of the CCs we have. They definitely have a lot to talk about and are very passionate about the game. And it's just kind of good to hear their feedback and see what they're thinking.
Are there any YouTube channels that you like to follow for World of Tanks content?
Hmm. I know I like to watch Des games. I think he does really well on kind of creating a story, especially his thumbnails. Like I'm very jealous of his thumbnails. He got that work down. Quickie Baby every now and then I'll catch a few videos of him. Uh, Guido 13 or something like that is also
12
a
12.
pretty good one to watch.
Guido 12 12.
L12, that guy.
Yep,
I like
y'all
watching
should
his
check him out
videos.
on YouTube if y'all haven't before. He's one of our CCs, and he makes really, really awesome, informative, and educational content. Hashtag shameless plug.
Has anyone in chat found out what happened to Lemming Rush yet? I heard, I think on Tuesday we were talking about Lemming Rush, and one mentioned that he hasn't been around for a while. Maybe school? Anyone find out? I like his video.
I'm
Instructional.
not sure.
I
I
need
didn't realize he was on hiatus.
someone.
Okay, interesting. Well, people got real life stuff going on. It be how it be. Post did I you know I apologize. I totally cut you off mid answer there. Um,
No, it's just a few to name off the top of my head. There's a
gotcha.
few more that I'm subscribed to, but honestly, it matters if how often they're uploading a video. Some of them have really good videos, but they don't upload quite as often, so they don't come top of mind.
See, there you have it, folks. If you wanna get views on your videos, consistency is key.
It really is.
Let's
So
see.
fix it. When you're not making videos and you're not playing tanks, what are you doing?
I would say like before when I was still single and didn't have kids, I was very into outdoor activities and fishing and going hiking. Uh, a family eats up a lot of your time. You don't get to game, you don't get to do a bunch of stuff more. It's just being part of the family, being a dad and being a husband and just kind of helping them, especially whenever they're very young and helping them grow through. So a lot of times now it's just being part of the family. I definitely still enjoy going fishing every now and then when I can. Although going fishing with like little children is less about fishing myself and more of them just kind of playing around, but still fun.
All right, so
We'll
it
have to
sounds
talk
like
hiking spots at some point. I need some good hiking spots.
maybe for Father's Day, need to find a way for you to get away for a fishing.
We'll have a Father's Day tank fishing project. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Hmm.
I mean, there doesn't have to be a tank.
We're gonna go on a quest to find the Panzer of the lake. And for our quest, we will be armed with fishing poles.
You know what?
There you
Actually,
go.
I have the perfect tank/fishing trip for you. In Puerto Rico, I think it's the island of Culebra. I think that's how it's pronounced. They have these um rusty tanks on the beach. Like that, I guess. I don't even know the story behind it. All I'm thinking of is I've been there and it made me think of this. There's actually a tank on the beach, and I think you could really set up shop there with a fishing pole and just go fishing and have it be tank related. And I bet we could get this approved for a video. I'll look
All
into
right,
it.
let's get the budget
Definitely.
approved. I'm down.
Yeah. Wargaming sponsored trip to a awesome beach in Puerto Rico. Let's do it.
Yep.
Like, no kidding. Like before this job, whenever I had other jobs that would kind of fly me out somewhere that I had to go to, I would have a fishing pole in my box with all my tripods and monopods and all that. That just kind of came with me. Even though I don't have a fishing license in that area, there is certain areas that you can go fishing without a license, such as piers or any type of lake sometime. Like if I have an extra time, I'm going to go out fishing for a bit, especially if it's a new area.
Heck yeah.
Oh. So camera angles and angler. You're an angler. Uh, this is where Fix It would keep the camera rolling until I got somewhere.
Commander,
It's
that
not
was
gonna
like
happen now.
that was like half of a dad joke. You know, you can
We don't
workshop
have
it. You can
enough
workshop
time
it.
for me to figure that out. All right, so hey, Tragic, I think you're the keeper of our challenge. Do we has the prediction link gone out yet? I
I
wasn't paying
see that the
attention.
prediction link has indeed been shared. The
Okay.
form link there.
So there you go, everyone. If you want to enter our giveaway, which is for a tragic loss mystery prize, it could be an Amazon store T-shirt, a Wargaming store shopping spree, premium tank, Tragic's favorite premium tank, or just a bucket of coal. I don't know. It's a mystery. We don't know. If you want to enter the giveaway, click on that link and predict who you think is going to win our upcoming challenge. The challenge, of course, is going to be in game. It's going to be. Wait, is it the three of us? Right? So Fix It, me, or Domo.
Yeah, so
That who's in the running?
yes, we're gonna be doing. I believe that is correct. I think Tragic is gonna be the leader, and we will
Gonna click
be
on the
the
link.
followers of the leader.
Oh, no, it's just between me and Fix It. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay. So
Okay.
I'm the leader. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So I will be trying to make y'all
Huh.
drop to your tank's demise.
Yeah. Yeah. We're playing a
Nice.
game that oh, sorry, Fix It.
So you guys have to kind of walk me through what we're gonna have to do. We just kind of
Yes.
follow and try to stay alive.
Yep. So basically, we're gonna drive around. Y'all are gonna follow me. I am going to lead you off of a series of sketchy cliff jumps, and whoever is the last tank standing between the two of you is gonna be the winner. So
Yes, and
Sounds
the
good.
odds are a little bit better on this prediction compared to the last prediction challenge that we did, because now you got a 50% chance of guessing the right person.
yeah, that is yeah, yep. We're going rock climbing, people. Um and so some of the rules, and I know that Tragic is definitely a stickler for the
Tragic said
rules is
best 2 out of 3.
okay, we can do best 2 out of
Best 2
3,
out of
sure.
3. Okay.
We're gonna be in the Panzer 1C. We've got to follow Domo exactly. If we take too much fall damage, if we flip over, if we go off track, I think we technically, right? Well, I guess if you take too much
Well, yeah, I
damage
mean,
and eventually
there's
die,
yeah. I mean, it
right?
should be pretty easy to follow. Since there's only 2 of you. So yeah, I think the we'll let the physics engine, take its natural course. And it should knock someone out of the running, fast enough. Let me grab my Panzer onesie.
How are you equipping your bad boy? Your
I
Panzer 1C.
recommend turbocharger, additional grousers for equipment, and then chocolate and 105 octane gasoline for the. Well, it's not a
Okay.
race, so you don't have to go fast. So it might be better. I just have this thing set up for races.
Okay, yeah, I got mine set up. Take some.
All right, we have the game scene. I am joining the training room. Go ahead and grab y'all's Panzer onesies.
Pressure is on. Was this a tier 3 light German collector's item?
Alrighty, we are ready to go.
Boy. I see when I thought Domo, when I thought you were in this, I was like, all right. There's not so much pressure, but now there's
I thought so too, but you are representing the Talkin Tanks team, in your rivalry with the other member of the What's Next team.
really we're partners and now we're foes, enemies.
So
Opponents?
let's go ahead
Opponents, rivals?
and we'll meet. Let's meet at the green base. Well, I guess it'll be the red base for you, Post. Or
Okay.
wait, no, you're both red. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
we're
Tragic is on my team. Yeah. So y'all come to the red team.
Or purple. Wait.
Purple
So
if
we're
you
going
have
to you.
colorblind mode. Yes, come to us.
Yeah, we
Okay.
go across.
I'm just gonna do donuts in my Panzer onesie.
Should have paint. Baby. Hey, be careful. Don't fall off anything on the way there. Fix it.
And
not
I
gonna
was just thinking
start
about that,
over.
losing any health.
I think I've played this before, like on Airfield or El Haloof. I don't think I've played on
We've
this map yet.
definitely done follow the leader on Airfield or late night tank show before. The big brain strats and use the stock turret for lighter weight intellectual. Yeah, I not gonna lie, it wasn't my big brain that thought of that. It was all of the players that were doing Panzer 1C races with us during late night tank show. They told me that tip. I can't take credit for it.
So why don't you say that before we got into the game? Thanks.
Well, you know, I don't want to. I have to be impartial here since I'm not a competitor, right?
Uh-huh. Sure, Talkin Tanks co-host. We're not partners either, I guess.
I'm sorry. I honestly didn't even like when I fired up the match right now. That did not even occur to me. I forgot that was a thing until Ixta 101 reminded me. All right, let's go for a drive.
Okay.
All right, I'll
And
follow
it's not
you.
a race. It's just we had to follow your line exactly, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, let's line up.
Okay.
Let's line up.
Just wanted to confirm.
So we'll get a little straight line here. Follow the leader. All right.
This reminds me of the ducklings that we had in the recent Easter video. That was fun.
Man, y'all,
Reynolds.
this octane fuel and chocolate is really giving me a boost here. I'm zooming. All right, we're gonna go. Actually, let's turn around a little bit. We're gonna go down this drop right here. Hopefully, those aren't my famous last words. Oh, we lost. we lost post face. Post face is frozen.
Oh,
Well, at least it's a look of intense concentration
it is.
instead of like a goofy expression.
Very regal.
Yeah, I'm the crappiest leader ever. I'm actually supposed to go this way.
Doing?
I'm sorry. I did not put too much thought into this. Okay, we can't actually drive up here.
I kind of feel like you're against us at this
Patrick,
point,
do you want to be the
Domo.
leader? No. Okay, we're gonna go to the northwest corner of the map, and we're gonna take the waterfall of doom for starters. Yeah.
Okay.
Waterfall of doom.
I feel like we should have that one song playing. Oh,
The
I
Benny
can't.
Hill theme.
Yes. Domo. Yes. That's exactly it.
Okay, Tragic, you are the leader now.
Okay.
That way I can drive behind and see all the action.
Which tanks had brake lights?
We're following
Okay.
Tragic.
Okay.
It's like waterfall for starters. Like, well, the waterfall is a very dangerous drop, so nobody loses. Tanks for everyone.
I don't mind that.
You mean
This week's
Tragic loss
episode-
mystery prizes for everyone?
Of what's next? They're gonna 100 winner. Oh,
Oh wow.
out. I don't know what I was thinking. I kind of just like wrote script. like 10 times the usual amount. And I'm like, oh yeah, 10 times 10.
Hey, it got approved, you know? That's all that matters.
Did it?
Did it? I hope so, you know? If boss man asks, I'm gonna tell him I knew nothing.
That's a good.
I know
good
nothing. I
decision.
saw nothing. I'm about to flip my tank.
Does everyone have a turbocharger? Because I didn't put a turbocharger on.
I have a turbocharger and gas and chocolate, so I'm zooming.
I
Yeah,
went
you're
for-
certainly the fastest one.
I went for hardiness.
That might have been the move.
Oh my gosh, this is scary. We
Suspension
really
might
have
have
to go
been
down
good.
this? Oh my gosh.
boy.
Okay.
So
This is a crazy drop.
imagine
do it.
doing this in an actual tank. So a good habit to kind of get into for drops like these is to
Yeah.
either let go of your
No
W key
damage.
or try to reverse as you're going down.
Yeah, I'm trying to do also like, oh, that's just a drop. Oh, fix it. What are you doing? You disabled? No repair kit?
yeah.
Huh? Huh?
That tracked.
You tracked?
Went down sideways.
I'll let you get back.
You might regret this smack talk, Commander, because right now a post is leading you in remaining hit points.
I know. But I had a repair kit. That's why he couldn't be like, where are you?
Now we're not doing jumps because if we do jumps, then you know, whoever
The
jumps
game's over.
first dies. Whereas this, it's a little bit longer.
All right, that wasn't
Oh.
too bad.
Like, I'm like,
Just slipping and
Fast
sliding.
and Furious over here, drifting.
The El Haloof drift.
The bushes. There.
Videos on Timma
Looks so
Cinema
nice.
are pretty cool. Hadn't seen Painted Black before. Oh yeah, I love that video. It's super good. On the pierogi, on the subject of making the using the track, the audio track to kind of help you storyboard out the video. Just the pacing and everything on the video and how it works so well with that Painted Black cover is really, really impressive.
Mm-hmm. Everything is to the beat, and it just kind of all goes together. Oh
This is
no, I've
quite
lost
the-
Tragic.
Yeah, that was quite the
Tragic,
hill
you're
to go
zooming.
up.
You're
Are
zooming.
we gonna have time for 3 of these matches?
I don't know. How are we doing on time?
I'm following you, Domo. I didn't see where Tragic went.
I'm following
Yo.
Tragic, so follow me. I got it. Oh no. Oh. I'm trying to like cameraman and watch you guys while I'm doing this. So looking backwards while going down a cliff is probably not the best strategy.
Fixit can comment on that.
It just says, Commander, we won't tell if you sideswipe him. Oh no! Oh no!
What are you doing?
I almost flipped my tank. See, that's the problem with running turbo octane fuel and chocolate on your Panzer 1C is that it becomes very difficult to control. Because it is zooming. Uh-oh.
I'll help you out, Fixit. I'll help you. I
I'm
think
on
I'll
my
help you.
side. There we
There
go.
we go. Welcome. You're welcome, everyone that voted for Fixit, because still in the game.
That was a
flipped him
team
back
player.
over.
That was true sportsman-like conduct right there.
I need the credit for being sportsmanlike. Does that negate being sportsmanlike? I think so.
It would
What are the-
it would be unsportsmanlike if you started shooting right now.
I wouldn't do that. Well, I mean, friendly fire.
Yeah, I feel like
Actually,
it's
Is it on
here. It
training? I
is
think
on
it is.
training rooms. It is, yes.
Oh. Yeah, I really wish that music was playing for everyone right now. Because I just have that song in my head the whole time we're doing this. Oh my gosh, this one's crazy. Oh,
Oh, that hurt.
I like can't even keep going forward with.
I should have brought a
Okay.
repair kit in retrospect.
Mm.
Well, I
You got
lost
your
off.
Are you-
Of,
High
yeah,
octane fuel.
camera car. The lap pace car might be dead pretty soon here because I'm not I'm not doing too hot. You jumped this in an EBR on NCW. Did you survive that jump in your EBR? 'Cause that's a big drop, my guy.
On
Wow.
an answer.
Bouncy.
Oh,
I
you
am
survived.
impressed. I am impressed. So,
So
Maraud bait.
Commander AF stands for Arty Farty.
Arty
Where'd
farty.
you hear that? Malarkey. Oh, I know where you heard that. Our 1-year anniversary article. Oh my gosh, we have to go down this? It does not stand for Arty Farty, but that's a good guess. Oh my gosh. This one. Oh no.
I don't.
Hey,
I don't.
got
I
my
don't.
character?
I don't think I'm gonna survive this one. Find out.
This is that drop, our first drop.
Oh.
Oh. Bye, Domo.
Bump bump.
Ah.
Ba-da.
Oh no, Domo.
My gosh. Yeah, that jump right there, that takes the HP out of me.
Yeah.
Boom.
I have just a little sliver left out of mine.
Tragic.
you know-
Take them down the waterfall.
The next drop could either of us. Got a sliver, but still I don't have that much to get me through another jump like that.
Wait. So if they both die on the same drop, who wins?
Fix it. Because he's our guest.
All right. I like that.
Well-
Yeah. That seems like a good rule. Eyes go to the
I was gonna say, turn
to the
guys
challenger.
first.
Unless there was some random trivia, but I'm good at guessing. You know, for our team building, what we've been making do with, since we're not obviously able to all be together, we've been doing what's that party game called that we've been
We did
with the
Jackbox.
Zoom meeting?
Jackbox party pack.
Jackbox, yeah.
Love those.
Yeah, Jackbox.
And
is
there's
super fun.
the murder party trivia. Oh, I love that one.
I liked the
good at
one
guessing.
where we were all doing the house chores together, because you have to ask people for help, and then there was like 10 of us trying to talk over each other. Oh, that was crazy.
That was my first time playing that one. Liked it.
I've never played Jackbox before that, so I enjoyed it
Oh.
thoroughly.
Yeah, but it was actually quite fun. Let's see where Tragic is gonna take us.
We did a couple years ago for before, back in the before times when seeing people in person was a thing. We did a office gathering we did axe throwing. And
Oh.
axe throwing was a blast. Apparently, I guess I had some like Polish Viking ancestors, because I've never thrown axes before in my life, and I won the whole contest.
Okay, I'll go first. Follow my lead. Fix it. Unless I die and don't follow my lead. Oh my goodness,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna flip. I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna flip.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, okay, lost the track, but hey, we're still moving.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
I didn't do that. Ooh, I'm stuck in a rock though. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Oh, come on.
Yeah,
I
unless
almost
you get Goomba stomped by Tragic right now.
There you go, Tragic helped out.
to jump, guys. I pressed the space bar like I'm in Counter-Strike, jumping on crates. I did it. I win. Right?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
you got it.
First one goes to Commander AF. Congrats, Commander.
All right. Oh.
Just a 21 Panzer salute.
All right. First of one. Do we have time? Oh yeah. You know what? We've got time.
We got to do 2 out of 3 to see who won. So
Gotta do 2 out of 3, but we're gonna make this.
we'll have to do some spicier drops for the next
Yes.
one. And I'm gonna take
Some
my turbo and stuff off, just so we're driving at a similar pace here.
I got a repair kit this time.
No, this training room is not open to the public. We are doing a one-on-one face-off. And I'm just here for decoration, I guess. Yeah, repair kit sounds like a good idea. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready. Nope, you
I'm
are
ready
good.
too.
Oh wait, no, you got it.
Oops,
I think you left the training room right before Tragic
Yeah.
started.
Oh shoot.
Back to garage.
Sorry, guys.
No,
Sorry,
you're good.
guys.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, I was messaging one of our winners from this week's episode because they're getting charged for shipping, and they're not supposed to be getting charged for shipping.
Uh-oh.
But Gunslinger, if you're watching this, I got it. It might have to wait until next week because it's the weekend, so I don't know if anyone's going to be around. But I will look into it for you, so don't place that order yet. Alrighty.
Commander AF looks out for her peeps.
Oh yeah. And if any of my t-shirt winners are watching, I have not awarded you yet. Because that's gonna be a lot of gold.
Ooh.
First place gets 25k gold.
Oh wow. That's a lot of gold.
I think that's why we got like such, creative and high quality designs.
Heck yeah, that's like $100 worth of gold right there.
Mm-hmm.
Save that for some boxes over the holidays. No, not that there are boxes coming from for the holidays. I would not even genuinely would not even know if that's a thing, but I'm just operating based off of, experience for the past X years. It's probably gonna be boxes, but I gotta say my things to be clear to the people.
Disclaimers. Why am I so fast?
Exactly.
I hit the wall and slow down.
Okay. Oh, back there. Ixo wants to know a question for Commander AF. When do y'all pick winners for what's next giveaways? Well, the disclaimer. Oh, I got spotted and I hid. I was like, oh crap, back up. I'm hitting W. I forgot.
There's TDs back there.
We're not against each other.
Hey,
Exactly. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's a good natural response right there. You've got that tanker sense.
There you go. It's growing on me. I'm on the road to Unicum. Yes. Not really. One day. But yes, back to your question. So winners are chosen on Monday. I have that in the disclaimer language. So usually I let the video go for the weekend, and then after the weekend, when I'm working on finalizing my script and we're getting ready to shoot, I pick all the winners. Next week, I'm gonna definitely have my work cut out for me.
Oh God, it's this drop. Okay, Tragic definitely took the let's make the next drops spicy to heart, because this one's gonna be spicy.
Did we do this with casual boops? I think we did.
I believe so.
Quite a few areas drop out of this one.
And the way that I pick the winners, it's like a raffle, so it's random. And there's also this tool called Random Picker Generator or Random Winner Generator. So that's pretty helpful. You could actually put the link in for your YouTube video. Tragic, you're going a little fast, my friend. I think I'm taking your path though.
Yeah, follow me.
Oh, Domo, you're going a little fast. Sorry. Fix it.
Okay.
Talking and thinking. Oh my gosh, I'm following you exactly. I'm gonna fly. Okay.
Oh, nice save. Oh.
No, it's not gonna.
Oh.
Woo, woo. Oh, I'm still in it, people. But I have no engine.
No. Post. How did you keep all of your health on that? Dude?
I know.
Did you land on me?
No.
He just
Okay, well, that's
surprised
impressive.
I made it.
landed on his side, lost 0 hit points.
Thought I was gonna flip too.
Yeah, the pace car isn't looking too hot.
Alright, this might be a quick one.
Tragic's on 1%.
Yeah, so that random picker generator, I don't remember the name of it because I kind of just start typing RA and then it shows up in my browser. But it's really cool because you can put the link to your video and then you could even put like keywords. So, pro tip, when you're responding to my weekly question to enter the giveaway, sometimes it's a good idea to put part of the question in your response. Throwing that out there for everyone watching. Because a lot of the times, that's how I choose them.
For Tragic shaming me for using percentages, apparently only for allies because I have numbers for enemies.
We're doing it again, the same thing?
Everybody shames me for using the percentages.
Wait, what percentages? I didn't hear it.
So for your on the health bars, you can set them up for percent, so you can set them up for numbers.
but generally it's better to have numbers.
I
So
am not
you
a
know what trigger.
tryhard, okay? I just play to have fun. Leave me alone.
Oh,
Are they one shot or two shot?
what a hot debate.
That is nail on the head right there, Post. That's the key right there. Is you know your gun's alpha. You know you'll know if you can make a cheeky push and try to finish somebody off to take them out of the game.
That's where we go, or is
You're
it
doing the
down this little
same
slope?
jump, I guess. Oh,
Go first.
I led y'all down the like easier side, I guess. Yeah, follow
This is
Tragic
gonna go first. Oh, what a gentleman! Thank
or not? Okay, go for it. You're good. You're good. Go for it. I thought Tragic was gonna go, but she has 1 health, 1%. I'm sorry, she has 4 health.
Boom.
Oh no!
Oh, okay, but I don't think I'm gonna last there because vehicle crushed, damaged by collision. It's almost as good as getting rammed or ramming, getting a ram kill. What do you call it? Ram point? Because that's my favorite way to destroy another tank is ramming them. What do you call it? Is it like a
What,
ram?
a ramming kill?
That's it? You just say ramming kill?
Yeah, if you
Oh.
crash your tank into another tank and then destroy them.
Yeah, but I thought
Yeah,
there
it's
was
a
like there would
ramming
be a
kill.
cute name for it.
Nah,
Alright.
it's ramming.
Rammed ya.
Oh, there is. Yeah, you get. So there. Somebody mentioned non-rural ape said in chat kamikaze. So there is a kamikaze medal. If you if you destroy a vehicle that is at least 1 tier higher than yours by ramming, you get the kamikaze medal.
Well, that's good to know.
Was that a draw? I don't.
I don't know if that was a
That counted
draw.
as a draw.
I don't know if it was. I feel like I lost that one since technically we both were destroyed on the second drop, but I had less HP going into it.
Let's
that
we'll
makes
just
sense.
do. Well, this will be the tiebreaker.
This will be the tiebreaker.
Tragic said meet at B6.
6.
And just find the safest route over there.
Digital Sin, we're doing follow the leader. So basically, the leader takes the contestants down a series of very sketchy drops, and last tank standing wins. And yes, well, actually, I don't want to speak for Tragic since she is the holder of the bells and the whistles. But I think the draw would go to fix it. I think.
Yeah. Also, for everyone that's sticking around, you've got to be here to win, and the challenge prize will go to.
It'll be a
will be
random drawing, right? Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
a raffle from the folks who predicted the right winner.
Am I going up a
Tragic said-
hill?
Tragic
Here?
said in
Is the
chat.
right line?
Yeah, you're going the right way.
Okay.
Tragic said draw goes to fix it because he had more health, like Commander said. So it's 1-1. That's what we're doing the tiebreaker right now. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm a little slow. We are
also 8 o'clock
following
on a Friday.
Tragic. This is true. This
Halloween.
is true. I haven't
the
been
leader.
I haven't been sleeping very well either, so I'm a little tired. You know, energy level is low.
And
Had
Fixin
a-
hasn't had the opportunity to sleep because he was working on our 1 year anniversary until like midnight one night, right?
Yeah, that was a tough edit. Film everything Tuesday and edit pretty much the entire video all of Wednesday.
The death cry. Oh
All
yeah,
of
this
Wednesday.
this one is gonna be a little spicy too.
Oh no, I know this one. This one's not no good.
Like
we might have
Taco Bell.
a winner like like
You're so fast.
the two scoops of extra hot salsa on a chipotle burrito, spicy.
I was gonna say, is it Diablo
Okay, I
sauce
won't go.
or
I'll just
like
cam
spicy sauce from Taco Bell? No, they're not very spicy, are they?
Yeah, they're not that spicy.
I feel like a goat. Little. Oh, I can't get over this. Whoa.
Oh, it was
Oh,
tragic.
Okay.
So yeah, you want to try to get across to the other side.
Okay. Oh, that's the goal. I was actually gonna follow her down into the pit because I thought that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, I can't even get up this little. Okay, so that means I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get a
you
running
might have
start.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, a little running start maybe get you over there, get some
You
momentum.
can also potentially try to kind of hook to the right on your way down.
Okay, I think that's what I'll do because I can't seem to get over this hump. I gotta keep moving. Wow, that's one way to do it. That's one way to
almost
do
made it.
it.
You haven't lost any health.
You got it. You got it. Oh,
Come on, little guy. Let's go. Give it all you got.
I gotta drive up and
Hold on, I'm
spot
gonna
her.
do it.
Hold on, I have to drive up and spot you because I can't see. There you are.
I'm going for it. Okay, one more push, and then I'll go around.
Oh, oh, oh! She made it. All
Made
right,
it.
Post. Give me 1 second. Let me just scooch out of your way here.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Those
Whenever
strafing
you're ready.
skills. Oh, it's on Counter-Strike.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, I'm already falling
those
down.
Counter-Strike bunny hops really helped you out there.
Yeah,
Oof,
Uh-oh.
my shoulder. That was
Uh-oh.
intense.
I'm
I
already
wonder
stuck. Just gonna slid down.
I wonder if I could. Let me see if I can push you out. This probably isn't gonna
Wait.
end well.
Don't push him off. Oh no.
No, I'm
You
trying
look
to
like you're gonna fall.
push him out.
Oh
No,
my
no,
gosh.
there it goes. Well,
I
that's
don't know.
nice knowing y'all.
Don't
Oh,
know.
hey, I'm alive. All right. Well. Oh, you almost
Are
made it
you?
up. You almost made it up.
Almost. Let's see if it goes. Little engine that could. Nah, it's not gonna be able to climb up.
Yes, you can. You get a running start. You can.
You might be able to kind of go around to the left there and just kind of try to scooch forward, you know?
You just
I
have
think
to
that's
hit the W key really
Probably your
hard.
best bet.
Like,
Oh, no, we're buddies. We're buddies now. Hey, what's up, buddy? Okay, so I think Commander wins.
I think, yep.
okay, I'm gonna
Commander,
get out of your misery.
put me out of my misery, please.
Look, it's just like every other game I play. I never pen. Gotta reload. No, you'll be dead in no time. Don't worry. Just give me another 5 minutes.
There's a little Panzer onesie
Oh, you got
barbecue
fire.
going.
Oh, I have to reload one more time.
Can I get
Are
it?
you on fire?
Oh, I'm gonna shoot back.
You could probably.
There we go.
I'm actually really shocked that I won. So there you have it. I'm really good at
Tragic was
Sophie
not playing
versions.
around with that last one.
of World of
That was
Tanks,
a difficult one.
where FixIt's an ace tanker.
Winner,
I can hold a
chicken
candle
dinner.
to that.
So Commander
Well-
F is our challenge winner. So we are going to do a drawing from the folks who predicted that Commander AF would win
Gosh, there's
for
gonna be like 3 of you.
the Tragic Loss Mystery Prize.
Do we do a drum roll until Tragic, as the voice of God, comes over and tells the name of the winner? Is that how we're gonna do it, Tragic? Come on, Tragic. We want to all hear you.
Post. By the
Well,
way, your face has been frozen for quite a while. Did you
I
happen to
noticed that.
tab
Let me
out of
see.
that browser window? Maybe.
Nope, still there. I didn't touch it, but let me see if I can fix it.
It's no
And
biggie.
can
We're
fix it,
wrapping
fix
up,
it.
so if
No,
it's too much to
Domo.
worry about finagling.
Tomo,
it's-
if you want to fix it, you might be able to
Let's
refresh
fix
it in OBS.
Okay. He seemed. Oh, there he is. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. There was a glitch in the matrix, but the code has been fixed.
I was
Yeah. He'll
actually-
fix it in post. Exactly, Randall.
I was competing against FixIt's daughter. That's what it was. That's where he had his little avatar in place, but really he wasn't behind the computer. That's the only reason I won is because I was up against a 7-year-old.
I have our winner, by the way.
All
Okay.
right.
Ready?
Yes.
Please do the honors,
Yeah.
Tragic.
Are you
Um,
PMing? Or are you gonna announce it? How's this gonna work?
Drum
Drum
rolling.
roll.
Put a bunch of D's at for the drum roll.
Oh, I was actually drum rolling, but now my fingers hurt.
The winner is Silver Wind Dub.
Silver Wind dub. Silver Wind
Silver
getting
Wind.
that dub.
Are you here, Silver Wind Dub? You gotta be here to get the mystery prize.
Speak
Yours gonna
now
be
or
awesome.
forever hold your peace. The mystery.
Hey, we
Alright,
don't know what
so-
the prize is?
Mystery.
It's a secret.
It could be anything. It could be this T-shirt. It could be your favorite premium. It's up to Tragic, but I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good.
I think Silver might
All
be
right.
gone.
Silver might have left the building. Silver Wind Dub, please come to the front desk. Your mommy's looking for you.
Would the real Silver Wind dub please stand up?
Oh.
Or is
Yeah, I was like,
Boris
who?
Borisovich? Are you Silverwind?
I was like, Cole's awesome.
Or is it Cole's Awesome? Cole's Awesome. Okay, Cole's Awesome is Silverwind Deb.
Well, yay! Congratulations.
Okay, Boris was kidding. Okay, well, it's Cole's Awesome. Cole's Awesome, aka Silverwind Dub. Congratulations on winning the tragic loss mystery prize.
Alrighty, so before we go, Fix It, do you have any final words? Are there any projects you're working on that you want to tell people about? Um, uh, any Showdown Saturday score you want people to look out for? What do you got going on in the future?
I would say just look out for part 2 for Inside the Chieftain's Hatch.
Alrighty.
Cool. So that's coming soon, TM, folks.
And if you haven't seen part 1 of Inside the Chieftain's Hatch M8 HMC, go check that out on our YouTube channel. And while you're at it, make sure you check out our 1-year anniversary of What's Next. I'm going to put the link in chat now. There are, like I said at the start of the show, there are a ton of hidden codes. Some of them are for limited redemption, so it's kind of like a first come first serve thing. So go check out the video, hunt for those hidden codes. Fix It did a really good job hiding them. Answer this week's question to enter our giveaway raffle. We've got the free 30-day rental of the M54 Renegade, and plus just a really cool story. Get a little insight into our journey this past year. Oh, and then some really fun cameos. I think you're gonna like it. So go check out our episode. I'll put the link in chat. And thank you to everyone. This is just for me, Domo. You can still say all the things you want to say.
Okay.
Just thank you to everyone that's been, I guess, on the journey with Fix It and I this past year, keeping us a shot. We know that we had some very, very, very big shoes to fill after Meathead Militia and Michael Levin with Watt Weekly, who were true inspirations for the show. So thank you to everyone that's given us a shot and tuned in. And hopefully, just keep doing what we're doing, bringing you some more fun stuff. And as things open up, we get to do a little bit more outside of just the green screen space. So thank
Wow, it's gonna be hard to follow up. I'm
Yeah,
just
it will
gonna
be.
say thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, Post, for joining us. As always, it's a pleasure chatting and hanging out with you, and it was great to be able to introduce you to the folks who hang out with us here on stream. I hope hopefully you'll join us again at some point in the not too distant future, because it's always nice to see you, dude.
Where to find them.
This
Yeah,
is true.
definitely. It
This
was,
is
it was
true.
fun being out here.
Heck yeah. All right, folks.
Are we rating?
Tragic.
Rating?
Who are we rating tonight?
Great.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Supernova. Everybody, make sure to give Mr. Supernova a warm. I don't know what kind of. We don't have a
Sherman,
gang
welcome.
I was gonna say Sherman
Oh.
gang welcome, but we are the. I don't know what kind of. We'll figure out a gang for Talkin Tanks. But yeah.
I don't know.
All right, I'm signing off. I'm gonna hit the button that makes us go away, and then y'all will be sent over to Supernova on Twitter.